Gentlemen, how are you doing today? It is a lovely sunny Sunday, and okay, let's get right down. Okay, skip the introduction, whatever. Okay, let's get talking here. I'm reading a book, Pre-Suasion by Robert Cialdini. I don't know how to say it, but Pre-Suasion by Robert, something that starts with a C. And okay, this is a good book in general, but one little part of it blew my mind. And so, backtrack here for a second. I've been thinking for a while. You know, I had, what was it? Close to 2 years without porn. And, you know, that went really well. Then had some, you know, really weird psychological stuff going on, but more recently. But, you know, I learned a lot of lessons that held up for me when I was doing when I was doing that, and still hold up for me under all normal circumstances of life. And so the thing that always confused me was, you know, I talked about everything that I learned, and on my videos on my channel I put out everything I knew. And these lessons that I had learned didn't seem to make as big a difference, reliably anyway, for other people as they did for me. And I'm like, well, what's the deal here? Because I know the information works. I know that the information is solid and it's good. What's the missing link here that isn't, you know, that it's not sticking for other people, even though it's stuck for me? And in the book Pre-Suasion, he mentions an idea or a theory put forward by some researchers that the purpose of language is not what we generally think it is. I always assumed, and if you asked me, I would have said that the purpose of language is to convey ideas from one person to another, from one group to another, whatever. But the purpose is to convey ideas. They said that's not the case. That what language actually does is language directs the hearer's attention to details of reality that they've already observed, or that they can, you know, draw a comparison to something that they've already observed. And I read that and I'm like, whoa, everything makes sense now. That's why you can't tell a blind person what something looks like. I mean, you can tell a blind person what something looks like, but they're not going to get it. Even if they know what all the words mean, they understand what you're saying, they don't get it. If they've been blind their whole life, they don't understand the full meaning of what you're describing. This is why people can read. So, and this is all, you know, still kind of theoretical for me. I don't want to say that I've got the final word on how all this works, but in my mind, this is why people can read good self-help books, understand it all, you know, read good lessons, and they're good life lessons from good teachers, and it not make a difference in their life. Even if they have good intentions and they mean to carry it out, you know, something doesn't quite stick. And the reason is because we can't, or it's very difficult at least, for us to comprehend an idea with which we don't have firsthand experience. And so in a lot of cases, when these books do produce change, when, you know, you read the self-help book and you see something makes sense and it actually produces effectual change in your life, or you hear a lesson or whatever and it makes sense and it lands and changes your life, a lot of times it's because that lesson, that book, whatever, directs our attention to a detail of our experience that we missed, or to, you know, an aspect or a perspective, a way of looking at it that we didn't notice before. But it's not giving us new ideas, totally original ideas. It's still just giving us a, it's directing our attention to something that we might have missed, or to something that we might have misinterpreted. okay? And so, in the context, and I could go, this is the kind of idea, these are the kind of ideas that get me excited and that get my brain, you know, working 100 miles per hour. This is the stuff that really gets my mind going and gets me talking about stuff. But I could go on and on and on for much longer than my phone can go right now. But I'll just say, as far as pornography and stuff like this goes, okay, my take on it at this point is that as far as learning to quit this, and this probably goes for a lot of addictions too, just anything that I'm trying to, you know, get across to you guys, I'm gonna say it's not gonna be enough to hear what I'm saying, or what anybody else is saying for that matter. You know, I'm not the only person putting good information out there. It's not gonna be enough to just hear the lessons, okay? What I believe you're gonna have to do is focus on learning and noticing the nuances and the details of the battles yourself. And I've said in the past, you know, it's good to be analytical and to analyze the battles and find out what went wrong, what went right, what could go better, what you need to do to prevent the same failures in the future. But in light of, you know, what I've read recently, I think that that's so much more important than I made it out to be before. Your experience is going to be your biggest teacher. The best thing that I can do, or that others can do, is point your attention towards the details that you might have missed. Point your attention towards the connections that you might not have made before. And so when I say curiosity is always a liar, and, you know, it's never something that you should act on, always just leave it be and ignore it. You can kind of follow directions, you know, in just kind of robotic way, just like you could tell a blind person step by step how to paint a beautiful landscape, but they're still not going to get it. You know, it's the same thing here. And I think that the lesson really isn't going to land unless you fight those battles and you look for those nuances, you look for those details, you look for the progression of one thing leading to another, and you actually see the connections yourself, and you see how the lesson plays out firsthand with your own five senses, your own cognition, and experience that for yourself. And so in that light, I would say that this kind of learning and stuff, you know, reading good books like Your Brain on Porn, reading about, you know, other success stories, other people and their tactics and strategies, watching videos like this about tactics and strategies, that can help speed up the learning process by directing your attention to the right details, the things that you need to notice, the connections you need to make in order to fight this thing and win. All right? But it cannot substitute for those experiences firsthand, for fighting those battles and analyzing your individual situation firsthand and finding out where those lessons plug in and where they fit in, all right? And seeing how it all ties together with your own eyes. So, hope that makes sense. This is, again, very, very new idea to me, and I love thinking about it, and it makes so much more sense of so many other things, and it's cool. It's cool. This is just the stuff that my brain grabs and it runs with and goes crazy over. So that is it for now. I am 1 minute away from running out of storage on my phone because it's full. So y'all have a good day. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. I will talk to you later. Subscribe to this here YouTube channel for more stuff. And I've got tons of other videos. Like I said, these videos are not going to be a substitute for going and learning this stuff firsthand. But I hope that my other videos in the past and this video can point you in the right direction and help you notice the things that you need to notice to get out of this quickly, instead of beating your head against a wall for, you know, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, trying to figure this out from scratch. So that's it. Y'all have a good day. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later.